All right, hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here with a couple announcements. Tonight, Wednesday, it is Wednesday, June 14th. I think it's Flag Day. We're going to have a special after-hours show. Cocktails and Candlesticks returns again to Day Trading Radio. We're going to kick it off about 8 o'clock officially at the office. We might attempt to broadcast from our location wherever we are getting dinner. We're going to have some special guests come up to the come up to the studio. Tight stops. Anthony will be here, Dak, and possibly J-Dub. So good crew here, and things will get kicked off about 8 o'clock tonight, officially. But look for activity on the station when they arrive into the office and into town about 6 o'clock. I'll probably jump on there. So keep it in the background. And I figure I'd use a little time here to go over the markets too. Let's just move that logo off there, and again, we're just going to look at the. It's after hours right now, and that was the Fed day today. Fed day, the market ended up closing pretty flat. The S&P was down a little over 2.5 points. The Dow was up 47. Nasdaq off 25. But there was definitely some interesting levels today. I just want to point out the best setups in the market. You know, when we track those divergent setups and stuff. There was some actually good ones today. The market overall was really, for what came out, the news, the FOMC rate decision and the reversal, and Janet Yellen reversal, everything really stayed within tight patterns. Things worked out. The tradeometer was giving us good signals. And a lot of these channel lines tested, retested. Everything seemed to play out pretty good. We had a downward channel. We had an X marks the spot. We had a 5-minute divergence. We had a lot pushback up to the VWAP, and then closed out. I mean, the market overall paid attention. I mean, if we were an algorithm, which I like to consider, our methodology is kind of based on what you start to see the market get picked up. You see these patterns play out. There's a reason underlying behind the scenes why all this, why we bounced here and why we stutter stepped there, and then we continued, pushed up to the VWAP, and then, there's other powers at work here. So we had to understand why the market moves, where it moves, and then take our trades off of that zone. And so when we look at the 5-minute chart today, actually it was an interesting. This was a 3-minute divergence. You don't really see it on the 5-minute. I think you can see it on the 3-minute here. Yeah, you can. This was a nice little 11 o'clock, wedge pattern. And if we look back at about 11 o'clock, right here, the market was coming down, and we had a couple signals. And we had this really good signal right around 11 o'clock. And we, from this low to this fast, whenever we see a fast little drop and a rebound, typically we'll be able to find a divergence on that. So I looked quickly on the 3-minute time frame. That's where I suspected to come up, and you could actually see it on the 3-minute cash really clear here. So that low and that lower low with a reversal candle. From that point on, we kind of grinded higher. Initial move was fine. Initial move, represented that divergence, and we got the full rotation, and we chopped around sideways. And then the news came out, and this was another divergence, which I didn't pick up until after the market, and just going back and doing my research now. I just didn't realize that, during that news event, and I was talking about this morning, we tend to get divergences out of that news event. I think I was looking at a 5-minute divergence, not even paying attention to the sell side. I was looking for this little area down here and saying, well, is this going to be a divergence? And it wasn't. There was nothing, nothing about that really that was really key here that I was looking at. Well, in 3-minute, you might even say it was, but it was really the pop here. The pop on the 5-minute. And the 5-minute is one of our best signals for divergences. So here's our high here. All right, and there's our high corresponding stochastic bounce over that 80 line. All right, right here. Now we kind of drifted here, and we went back under the 80 line, but the price here spiked, and that's coming on news. That's why we're going to get these scenarios playing out all the time when we have divergences, because we need that burst of volatility to kind of pop us fast quickly to get a divergence. You have to see the underlying indicator roll over. And that was that 5-minute divergence. And from that point on, we got a nice sell-off at that point. And then at the end of when we got down to an oversold level, we got a nice bounce. Did we see anything on that bounce? Well, you did see a little 3-minute divergence. So the divergences are key. And we have to work hard to understand that when we have these opportunities. That, like I said, that 5-minute one kind of slipped by me on that sell side. The 3-minute one we kind of identified, and that was a good level. And we go back to the futures chart here, and you can actually see here it is. It was right down here where we had that divergence, but it was also a multiple indicator setup. It was a trend line. It was a channel line, so it was a dual trend line, reversal candle, previous low, pivot low. I mean, it was in a big, big level, and from that point on, it was off to the races, and that's how we closed out. So we'll continue to do the same thing day in and day out. But tonight, special show. That's the reason I'm getting this video out to you. Special show, cocktails and candlesticks. Come on by. It'll be at Day Trading Radio. I'm also going to try to broadcast it live on our Facebook page. Day Trading Radio has a Facebook page, and then I'm also going to try to do it on YouTube. So look for that on the YouTube channel, and of course on the live stream, and on DayTradingRadio.com is where you should see it on your dashboards. All right, have a good evening. We'll see you in a couple hours.